All right, today we're going to talk about biconditional statements. Now, this is a video in my statements series. Before you watch this video, it's important that you watch a few other ones. You need to watch the introduction to statements video, the converse statements video, and the truth values video. Okay? If you haven't seen any of these videos yet, then the biconditional statements is going to be a little bit confusing. So you want to go ahead and watch those first. Okay? So let's get into what a biconditional statement is. Start off by just quick recap. So we talked about truth values before, and we talked about that the converse of a statement can change the truth value of it. Okay, so a statement and its converse can have different truth values, but not necessarily. Sometimes they have the same truth value. So let me go ahead and write one up. If I write CAT in that order together, then I spelled cat. Okay, so here is my statement. And it says, if I write CAT in that order together, then I spelled cat. Now, I've used this example in a previous video, so if you've seen that one, we talked about the truth value of this being true, because no matter what, if you write CAT in that order and all those letters together, then you're going to be spelling cat. Okay? So the converse of the statement is, if I spell cat, then I write CAT in that order together. This is true. If you take those letters and you write CAT, if you spell cat, then you have to write CAT. So this converse is also going to be true. So these both have the same truth value. When you have a statement where its converse has the same truth value, you can make a biconditional statement. Now, biconditional means that no matter which you have first, the hypothesis or the conclusion, if you swap their spots, then it's always going to be true. So to write a biconditional, I think I'm going to write this on another page, and then we'll swap back when I write it. To write a biconditional, this is going to be a if and only if statement. Okay. Now, in math notation, to write this, we do a double arrow. And what this means, it says if and only if P, then Q. Now, this is a combination of if P, then Q, and if Q, then P. So the original statement, which is if P, then Q, and its converse, if Q, then P. Okay. If this notation looks weird, I do have this notation in my introduction to statements video. So again, referring you back to that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead on my last page, and I'm going to rewrite my original statement as a biconditional statement. And this is going to be if and only if I write the cat or CAT in that order to get her, then I spell And this is saying that the only way I can spell cat is by writing C-A-T. And I talked about in my last video that K-A-T sounds like the same word, but it's not the same word. K-A-T does not mean that little furry animal that I have sleeping in the other room right now. K-A-T is just sounds the same. It's not the same word. So you're not spelling that word if you write K-A-T. Anyways, so this is your biconditional statement. And it says that the only way the first is true is if the second is also true. And the only way the second is true, or the conclusion is true, is if the hypothesis is true. Okay. So a biconditional statement is kind of shorthand because it takes your inverse statement, your inverse, and it takes your converse, and it puts them together in one statement. So it's a one way of saying both of those. And with the biconditional, this is only true if both the statement and its converse is true. So I want to write that down. Only true if a statement and its converse is true. That is the only way true. Both of those have to be true in order for the biconditional true. So I guess we can write a biconditional statement saying if and only if the statement and the converse is true, then the biconditional statement is true, because that's a requirement there. All right, so I hope that this helps. And biconditional statement is like very strong. There are only a few biconditional statements are a little bit harder to come across. And so then to find true ones than it is to find a true statement. Because like I said, sometimes the converse will change the truth value. This is kind of heavy, and I know that this is a new concept if you're just starting statements in your course. So if you have any questions, definitely give me a call, message, something, text message. Get a hold of me, ask me questions. We can go over examples. It does take a little bit to wrap your head around it. Okay. I still have a couple more videos, I believe, in this series, so stay tuned.